Hey Mark, this is Joel. It's sure great to enjoy this lesson with you the other day. Here's the main gist of what we learned the other day about your swing. From this down, the one thing, like I'm saying, the cancer that I want you to work on here the next week or two or three till I see you again, is this downswing plane over here on our left. That's the old goal. That's where you started the other day. This is how the swing looked when we started. And so, like you understood very quickly, that's why you're going to pull slice it or pull hook it. And all those misses when you were warming up out on the range were either kind of a straight pull was the good shot, or that 8-iron went weakly out to the right. And then when you killed those drivers, that was beautiful out on the range when you were warming up when I was watching you. That was beautiful to hit them straight down the middle, good and strong, but when you missed it, it went way out to the right as a big slice. So you can see why. From there, and then, this is the very first swing where you tried to get on that plane line very well, and you did indeed very well do it, Mark. See how much better that looks there instead of this. And you see how much better it looks right over here. So obviously that is much more like what we see with the tour players. And their follow through, the shaft is through the top of their left shoulder, parallel to their plane line. Much more like we're seeing for you, with no left arm showing. And again, any tour player you look at has that same kind of path of the club head. Doesn't matter who we look at. They just could not hit the ball the way they do if that was not the path of their club head. Mark, that's much more where you are there, man. So that is great work. And then, that was the first practice swing. And then, try to hit a ball that way. And so, when the ball got there, you weren't quite as good, but it sure was better than what you started with. And we see the ball starting to the right nicely like it does with the tour players on TV. So I said take a little smaller swing. And you did. And it looked great again on the video. And then when you took the smaller swing with the ball there, sure enough, you made it much better on the video. And the ball's starting to the right there. So that looks a whole lot better than what you started with, Mark. And as you recognize, and as I recognize immediately, there are a million other things wrong with your swing. It's not surprising. It doesn't hurt your feelings too much. But Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say. So we'll be working on those things as we go through 2014, Mark. There's one of the things right there, right, those arms. But I'm sure that got better when you started getting the club head on plane better on the downswing, but we'll work into that next time we look at it. So yeah, man, now you have something to work on. You don't have to wait till March or April or May to start working on things. And let's get together as quick as we can in the next 1 or 2 weeks, I'd say, if you've practiced 4 or 5 times at the range, under a heater somewhere. Thanks so much, Mark. Sure good to hang with you.
Hi, this is Joel. I'm here at Dr. Todd Elworth's office. He's one of the best chiropractors in the region. He's a TPI certified golf fitness professional, and I really want you to know about him because he can help you a lot with your golf fitness, just as he's helped my young student Taylor here in the last year or so.
How we met, Taylor came into my office with back pain. What we took him through is numerous screens to find out why he had the back pain. I don't only treat back pain, but my second goal is to find out exactly why he has this problem. So we analyzed him, we find out he has some certain weaknesses, we're putting on some strengthening exercises, he's doing very well.
He's done great. He's had very little back pain, and that's mainly because he injured himself working too hard at the golf course. So he's done his exercises. He's felt great. I'm very, very thankful that Todd's been able to help Taylor in this great way. And I want him to help you, too, if you have any questions at all about your golf fitness.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. And then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied and things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.